I used to have visions that I'm floating at the height of telephone pole, reoccurring vision, the same vision many years, for years, you know, same dream. And after a while, I realized it's me being established. I was born to do this musical thing. Yeah. I being established, me on stage, people gather around because in the vision, crowd would gather around and be pointing up at me, just floating, just floating slowly. Actually, it's almost like I was like what do you call it? Hovering, just one place, you know. Crowd gather and was pointing at me. Me on stage, crowd around, and stage is always high, above the people. Yes. So it was my calling. I was meant for this. hmm
I mean, you once said that the motivation to start the music wasn't financially, right? Because it was about recognition and it was about being seen and being on stage.
Music. It was just music. Yeah. Because, like I said, I had no urge for money. You know, I even today I realize money is a necessity. You know, to do things, but it's not really a priority. You know, you don't really have to have money to live. You know, maybe you just need it to survive or to live a certain way. You know, yeah. If I was thinking of money that way, I'd be too rich. You know, because I'm capable of doing almost anything. Back then, I had the capability. Yeah, people see or saw it in me. That they said it many times. Leroy, you could have been anything you wanted to be. You know, yeah. See that little plane that's hanging there? Yeah. Just the other day I said, I need to put a little plane in my thing, and I just look at that picture and carve it out, and there it is. Yeah. My place, how it stay, I didn't come, the place wasn't like this. This is all my design, inside and outside. Because we bought this house, it was an older house from the area. I went inside and we rearranged that, you know, open up certain area, do whatever I want, you know, turned it into how I wanted. Yeah, from the front to the back. All this wasn't here. It was all dirt and if I showed you a picture of what this was, man, you couldn't believe. You think it was a ghost house. Yeah.
And it's really beautiful.
Thank you so much. Everyone come and say that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I chose my colors, my everything. You know. You said the red and yellow, but it's not really it's not really red. No. You know, it's earth burgundy kind of color. You know, earth colors. Yeah, here she comes, and here comes Mira. Mira. Here she answers. Yes, baby girl. You see that lady? Oh, you might want to tell her that's what she do. Did she come and does it? Yeah.
But do you think that this somewhat natural leadership or this just effortless care for others, do you think that this is what brought you also, for example, at Coxsone and Studio One in the position of kind of really taking care of everything, right? You auditioned people, you arranged sessions.
After a while, everything dropped in my lap. The whole production, everything, from beginning to end, because they saw, and then it was profitable to Coxsone, and it wasn't costing them no extra because I wasn't pressuring them for no money. I was just there doing the work and love to, you know, to do what I was doing.
How can I imagine like a random day at Studio One when you were there? How you spend the whole day or how?
No, we started Monday to Friday, midday, from 12 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, and we would Well, it really started from Sunday. Because Sunday would be the day we audition new acts. You know,
Okay.
singers come in and you listen to the songs, and if you like the songs, then you tell them come Monday.
Okay.
You know, so it started on Sunday. You know, same time too. It's all from midday to 5. Yeah. So during the week now, Monday to Friday would be the singers would come in the studio, and I would have my acoustic guitar.
Okay.
They would come and sing for me. I would work the chords out,
Okay.
you know, get that out there, and the rest of the musicians would be sitting there waiting until I say, well, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do this track. This is, you know, formulate the basic track, you know, the chords structure, and then each musician, you know, keyboards would be following that chord structure, and then had whatever flavor he has to have the guitarist, everyone falling, sing and sing. I would give the on. I'd love to give the on section. I would love to create the on section, the introduction. Most of those melodic horns you hear, studio one horns, are my original ideas. You know, yeah, they were always harmonic and melodic and harmonic, meaning they harmonized. You know, it wasn't mostly. I hardly gave the horn section unison sounds. Unisons mean like, you know, the same sound on a high pitch, low pitch. Yeah, I always give them melodies with harmonies. You know, so yeah, you know, I always love that. So that part of it. So the singer would, but the singer wouldn't be recording then. It would be just be singing soft, you know, just enough for everyone to hear, to guide the song, the feel, you know, the right tempo, the feel. We record the track, and from Monday to Friday, we'll be doing that from 12 to 5. Saturdays now, whoever you record or whoever you tell to come to voice, we'll be voicing on Saturdays, you know, so we would put the vocals on track on Saturdays. So because Friday, Monday to Friday, we would just be doing the raw track while the singer sing, but he wouldn't be recording.
Okay.
We just do the tracks.
The instrumental.
Yes, the instrumental of the song, right? For one reason, we only had 2 tracks
Okay.
back then. We only were working with stereo, you know. Even before that, they only had mono, but that was before my time. When I got in there, the transition went to stereo, which was a good thing. So what they did, this was the studio engineer. He would record the drum and bass on one track,
Okay.
and the rest of the rhythm on the other track. So there would be no space at that time for the singer to sing. They wouldn't do that because they needed the track. So what they do, they bounce those 2 things there. They keep that original recording, right? And they bounce it to one track, right? And left one track now for the vocals. You're right. You know, so, and that's how they would do it, and then they would be able to mix. So when they needed dub wise and all them things, they had the original track now where drum and bass is on one. You know, they had to learn to improvise those 2 tracks to make it happen.
And did they only have one stereo track, reel to reel machine, or 2?
Yeah, 2 definitely. Yeah, because they'd have to be bouncing from one to another, so they'd have to have 2. Yeah.
So I mean, okay, from Monday to Friday you're working on the instrumentals with the singer. On the Saturday you're recording the vocals. On Sunday you're auditioning
Again.
the next.
Yeah.
So it's really 7 days of the week.
I was there for nearly 6-7 years.
Wow.
And loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Oh yes, yeah. It was music, you know, and the kind of music. Yeah, because when I just got there, right, I wasn't into all of this. I just got there as a rookie, young and green. So all we were doing there was just recording, you know, vocals. That's the eptones. I was there establishing the eptones. You know, I was writing and arranging for the eptones.
So this is how you met Coxon because you were
Of
there
the
with the
eptones,
heptone.
yes. Yeah, we went there one Sunday, you know, after I think the guy, we were ready. You know, I practiced these guys for quite a while, giving them the harmony parts. And so all of this pre-learning helped me when I took over the studio part of it because I knew, you know, all of this before. I was in there, you know. So I wrote for the Heptones, gave them, well, because Earl Morgan, he was doing his, he was selling Star on the daytime, his little hustling to make his money. You know, I was doing arc welding, electrical welding, but I stopped all of that and started writing and stayed home and wrote in the daytime. Barry Llewellyn, he was a body band vehicle, you know, work at a body shop, automotive, automotive, yeah. You know, so when they came home in the afternoons, they were always coming home to new songs. Because I stayed home, I write and arranging everybody parts, you know, everything. So when they came in, so these guys, all they had to do was just learn their part, you know. They had, and we had a thing with the Heptones back then. You sing what you write. So any song that you hear of the Heptones, that was a song that they produced, that they brought to me, you know. And I worked at it and have it arranged and all of that, you know. So most of the songs that I sang were of my writing and but all of the arrangements forever was me. All the arrangements, you know. Even the last hit song that I played bass on, The Book of Rules. I was living in Canada then. Barry and Earl were there. They came home. And we got a deal with Island Records. I came and I heard him with his song, but he only had half of a song. You know, the idea. I sat with him, worked it out, had him do another. He had I think, the first verse and the chorus. So we sat down, wrote the second verse out, and I set the arrangements. We went to record this song, you know, at RJ's. I played bass, and we did some beautiful harmonies. We got really good harmonies on that song. Yeah, I was there singing on the highest blend on the harmony, the chorus. Yeah, you know, and that was the last bass that I did. Yeah, and the last bass line. Yeah, but I've created bass line for all of these Studio One people. Yeah, and I realized that my style was the style that stood out of all the bass players that ever played reggae music in Jamaica. Oh yes, for me to come to that conclusion is that more singers and DJs are on my bass lines than anybody else. And you have some great bass players like Boris Gardner, you know, the bass player that plays for Treasure Isle. Forgot his name right now. Jackie. Exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. These are people that I rate, you know, because they have done their work. Yeah. But Leroy Sibbles have the bass lines that the people go for. They're making. Sorry. Two word. Yeah.
How did you start playing the bass in the first place? We know you learned the guitar in Trenchtown from the Rasta Elder, and then the singing started basically, I figure, with your mom, right, on the Sundays. How did this bass come in? I think Jackie Me Too, right?
Jackie Me Too.
He motivated you.
Yes.
Because
he introduced the bass to me. Yeah, because it's because of the heptones that Jackie Me Too name got prevalent. Because we did a song called Fatty Fatty. Jackie Me Too and his crew made the music, you know, and that song played on the radio for about 2 weeks and was banned because of its lyrical content. Right, so Jackie Me Too, they made an instrumental on the said musical track.
Okay.
Called it Ram Jam. It went number one, you know. Even our song went number one after here, the Fatty Fatty, because of jukeboxes. Yeah, jukeboxes played that like it was a big, like more than radio.
Obviously.
Yeah, man. That's how the Heptones got their name, because of Fatty Fatty. Big song. So that's how Jackie Me Too got his name. His rendition was called Ram Jam, right? So he was a star now, you know. He was just a studio musician before, no one knew of him, but he has a hit song right now out there, so he's a star. So he got a gig to play at a club called the Tit for Tat,
Oh yeah.
right? So and all of these is the Almighty God works, you know, because sometimes things happen, but it was all ordained. It's destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he came to me and said, Leroy, because Studio One, a lot of musicians pass through Studio One, you know. So if it was supposed to be so, he would have gotten a bass man. I wouldn't have to come to me, and I would not be playing bass now. But the Almighty God had it all set, planned. Yes. And brought me in there to do this, you know, because that's the way it was supposed to be.
Right.
What else can I say?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. He came to me, I've never touched a bass guitar before. Never even touched it,
Yeah.
you know? Because it was never in my concept to play bass.
Yeah.
And even today, I'm not a bass player.
Okay.
Yeah. I see myself as one who created the bass lines that bass player plays.
Okay. I see.
You understand? Yeah. A bass player is a guy who, that's what he does. He plays the bass.
Right.
Yeah. You agree with me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know? So he said, Leroy, I have this gig. But he always knew me with my acoustic guitar. He all these great songs that he had recorded for the Heptones with me up front. He knew that I'm the one who played all these, created all these chords, structures, created all these songs. So he knew of my musical ability, yes. So he said to me, you know, you're getting the best interview that I ever done.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're so cool and relaxed and smooth.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I'm loving it.
Yes, man. So he said, I need a bass man for this gig, for a trio, you know, a three-piece band. And he wanted me to fill in as the bass player. He said, I have a drummer and I'm going to play keyboards, but I don't have a bass man. I said, me and Jackie play bass. I've never. He said, yeah, you can do it. So the bass over there, bring it over here in the studio. And we sat down and then he played the songs that he wanted. He said, these are the lines everybody did. All you have to do is practice these lines and we go out there and mash this to show up. And I just did that.
Yeah, but he must have seen the talent in you because he was confident he didn't use an established bass player. He said, you can
do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. You know? So these are destiny. This is not just a thing happening, you know? It was meant to be like this. Yes.